Right, so before I press play on this trailer, so we can talk about it, just gonna give you a little heads up. The concept of it, or like the underlying thing is, it is a streamer. He's a streamer, and his streams consist of basically jackass style stunts. Like he'll do this on stream, do that, and then he gets cancelled because one of the stunts is he fights a homeless man, and then 6 months later he comes back and he's going to come back in a big way, and his idea is like, I'm going to walk around this haunted house as my big comeback. Go to this haunted house that's supposedly got like demons in there and whatnot, and that's gonna be the big scary moment.
This is Sean Ruddy coming
But
to you live from
I say
Death
already because
Manor.
Sean in it is
For 7 years now, you have
so
watched me face
insufferable.
my fears for your entertainment.
But
There
it's
is one fear
he's
that I haven't
insufferable
yet
for a
faced.
reason,
I
because he's
will
meant to
be
be
spending
the
one night alone in a
stereotypical
haunted house.
Don't forget to smash that
content
like button,
creator,
smash that
like
subscribe button, and
your
follow me
Logan
on
Pauls
This is
and
the
your
most haunted
your
house in the
what's his
United
brother called? I
States.
forgot what his fucking brother's called.
Death Manor was built in
Jake Paul as well. Like creators like that.
Years in this house. She hung herself at the end of this.
But it is very,
Tonight we're going to be monitoring 3 rooms.
and is
all of which
very
have
Evil Dead.
actual documented
If you like
paranormal
Evil
activity.
Dead, I highly recommend this film.
Public service I'm doing by being here. Are you still with what's her name? No, shh, we're here.
Oh, come on. That
There's
doesn't
a
even
little
look
bit of
right.
a there's a
I'm not
bit
falling for
where
this Photoshop hack job.
it touches on stream snipers, but I think they do it in a really cool way.
This must be
It plays into the plot. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it plays into the plot.
Mildred is collecting souls to create the family she could never have in life.
I wonder if it's gonna be that. This bit fucked me up. That bit fucked me up when I was watching it. I was like, because it's more comedy than horror for a good.
She sold her soul to the devil.
I'd say a good 60 to 70% of the film. But when those jump scares hit, they hit, man.
I don't want to be remembered as a douchebag.
I think you can see from like this little bit of the trailer how it's like very, very Evil Dead, and you can tell it's very heavily inspired by it. I'll have it on the bottom while we talk about it a bit more. See, it's very, very, very Evil Dead. It's campy. It's got a little bit of gore in it. You can tell it's like very low budget, but I think they hide that by having it as it being found footage, and the fact that it's an IRL stream going on while it's happening. The house that they went to looks fucking cool. Like that's a pretty cool looking house. I don't know if they would have, because it's a low budget. So do you reckon they just walked around trying to find a house that fits, an abandoned house that fits the image in their head, or do you reckon they kind of not created one, but maybe like the soundstage? But I don't think they had the budget for soundstage. It's very cool commentary on like streaming and stuff, because like there's a bit where, without spoiling it, there's a bit where on the cameras you can see a ghost, but and he's like shitting himself. What's the music? I like it. This is Lorna Shore. Lorna Shore is very, very good. And that's he's like, oh, I'm not gonna go back there. I'm not gonna. Yeah, he's like, I'm not going back in that room. Not going back in that room. But chat is like going mental, being like, yeah, go back in the room, go back in the room, go back in the room. So he does it for the views. And they do like, they talk about like the what would it be, like mentality of a streamer in this position. I don't know how you word it, but yeah, like you could just tell it's so Evil Dead just by those little bits. Then it's very fun. I wouldn't say whack this on if you're gonna want to be scared. Like you want a scary night in. I wouldn't whack this on. Like That's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a fun hour and 20 minutes of a comedy, a good comedy at that, with 30-40 minutes of scared. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. You might be able to see it on the little bottom thing, but yeah, I don't know what it was. They was able to use YouTube branding. I don't know why, but then not Twitch branding, because they have to come up with their own version, which is livid.tv, and it's orange instead of purple. It's obvious it was based off Twitch, but they just couldn't get the rights to it for some reason. But then they could get the rights to YouTube, like branding and stuff, because there's a bit where because at the first 2 minute or two, they're like doing like a montage of all his videos and all the or like the views that he's got and stuff like that, and it's just YouTube, just a YouTube background, YouTube logos. But then the Twitch stuff, they can't use Twitch. I don't know. It just seems weird that could get the bigger company. The house is very cool. It's awkward talking about films because there's so much more I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it. Like, the idea of me talking about these horror films that I watch is to sell them to you and for you guys to go and watch them. There's some very cool prosthetics and like creatures in there. To say it's like a really... Should we see the budget? I would say their budget is like very low. What was the budget for DeadStream? Let's go back to that bit so you can see some of the prosthetics and the creatures. Like, that is very... Oh fuck. I want to get the specific one. That's a cool little crop up, like a little creature. Trying to find the budget. Like, how could I not find the budget? I can't find anything on the budget, but like, it must have been really low. I don't know what the budget is, but it's really, really low budget. I don't know what else to say without spoiling it, because I really do say, like, watch this one. This one's really fun. It's a cool little that's fine. It's fine if you throw me off topic. It's a really cool little comedy horror that's very influenced by Evil Dead 2, especially Evil Dead 2. And you're watching me on Twitch, so it'll be funny to see. It's funny to see like the horror film based around this. I think that's really cool, and it not being, because I reckon if you've done a film, a horror film about streaming, it'll be very tempted to just do it as you're watching this now. You got the player and stuff, and then like things pop up in the background of me, and stuff happens, and that would be very tempting to do because it'll be easy. Whereas these are obviously like either one already into streaming, they're into watching streamers and stuff, or they've at least gone on Twitch and looked through categories and see what would win the best fit for their horror film. Because I think it's it was a very conscious effort for him to be like, oh, this is them live streaming it. This isn't a YouTube video that's been found. Like a YouTube video created and now it's been found. This is a live stream, and live streaming plays into it. The instant messages in the chat and stuff like that play into the story of it. So it was obviously a conscious effort to make it about streaming, like make the thing about streaming. There's some weird fascination with fingers in this though. Like, I think that's really cool. Like little room that is in there. I have to go over there so you can see it properly. Like, oh, I'm covering it. Fuck. But like, he's in like a room, and I think that's cool. I just really want to know how they've done the house. I don't think they would have had the budget to have as like it built on a sound stage. So did they just go around finding? Then the layout of the house plays into the film. I suppose you could change that once you found the right one. But like the layout of the house plays into it as well. Definitely plays into the end. I hope we get a second one at some point. I don't know how you would do it, but give them a bigger budget, see what they can do on that budget. Because they've done VHS stuff. I think it was VHS 99. I want to say. So they've done all that stuff. Let's see what they can do with their own thing on a big budget, a bigger budget.